where Luton Town do their best. Gaping pussies. I am running out of excuses for this team. And look, I pretty much, funnily enough, since the Burnley game at the beginning of the season when we lost 4-1, I said that Luton Town were in trouble. And, well, that does seem to be the case. And so I watched Burnley 4, Luton Town 0. And I'd like to say I'm speechless, but I'm not. There's too much to say. So when the team news was announced, and there were two changes, it was a case of Morris out, Adebayo in, and Brown out, and Zach Nelson was in. So it was interesting. So instead of the 5-3-2 that we normally play, this was a case of sort of a 5-4-1, like Zach Nelson sitting in. But to be honest, none of this matters. None of this matters. Do you know why? Because Cal Naismith gets sent off in the 18th minute for a second bookable offence. Now, the first one was soft. It was soft. But the second one, when you know you're on a booking, you don't go to ground like that. Brownhill wasn't going anywhere. He wasn't near our goal. And he goes in, takes him down, and he's off. And it's pretty much, you know the game's lost as soon as Naismith has gone off the pitch. Because, sad to say, a lone player, a 32-year-old lone player, I think he's 33, a lone player is pretty much the glue that holds our defence together. And without Cal Naismith on the pitch, our defenders simply do not know how to defend. Actually, Chris Makoso, fair play, like Chris Makoso, could have won us a pen right at the end. The ref had a bit of a, it was a bad game, but essentially you cannot blame a ref for being rubbish, because we're used to this. This is just part and parcel of football, like unless you have VAR, and even with VAR, you get mistakes. What was the ball out for their third goal? Yes. Does it matter? No. Was Zach Nelson impeded by the referee for their, trying to dribble out for one of their goals? No. Well, it doesn't matter. He was, but does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. As John Still once said, control the controllables. And I'll tell you what is a controllable: deciding to lunge in from behind when you're already on a yellow card just 10 minutes into a game. Pathetic from Cal Naismith. It really was. And as an experienced pro, he should know better. For me, this is worse than Liam Walsh getting sent off like 8 seconds after coming on, or then 8 minutes after coming on. This is worse because Cal Naismith should know better. McGuinness came on, Liam Walsh went off, and that would have been the time to sort of reshuffle, because then, of course, there's no way to get the ball upfield, is there? Anyway, McGuinness comes on. His first contribution is to turn the ball into his own nets. And come on, you're a defender. You sort of know where the goal is. You're facing towards the goal. Just hoof it anywhere. Don't hoof it into your own goal. Hoof it sideways. Hoof it anywhere. You have pretty much like a 270-degree angle of where you can hoof it, or 90 degrees. You have options. The option that he shouldn't have taken was passing it into his own net. But hey, that's football. And and another thing I want to pick out as well. Congratulations are in order. Congratulations to Alfie Doughty, 100 appearances for Luton Town. And interestingly, he is only the third player in the history of Luton Town Football Club, an esteemed 140-year history, to lose his 100th game by 4 goals. Another record that is absolutely outstanding. And to be honest, I'm going to read this one from my phone because I want to make sure that I get the wording exactly right. This is only the 9th time we've conceded 4 to the same team twice in the same Football League season. Remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. It's amazing how first game of the season was 4-1 and this one was 4-0, but this was magnitudes worse. It's like we're not even the same team. And to be honest, this Burnley team, it's not the same Burnley team. It's a worse Burnley team. A lot of their stars, their Sounder Burgers, their Oda Bears, they didn't have Koleosho in that team. And we made them look like footballing gods today. Right, another congratulations is in order. Amari Bell at fault for all 4 goals. The first 3 came down the left-hand side. He was nowhere near any of the 3 goals. And then the 4th goal was down the right side where he was covering and he could not get near the player. So fair play Amari Bell, a man that becomes completely devoid of any footballing talent as soon as Cal Naismith is not next to him to tell him how to play football. Well done, Amari Bell. And I've seen it said online that Tuesday night against Cardiff City is Last Chance Saloon. You can't keep calling it Last Chance Saloon. Essentially, the punters are just completely pissed right now. The Last Chance Saloon was weeks ago, because if you need to get a run going, you can't just wait until the final 10 games of the season because you're running out of runway. Derby had a good result today. Good result all across the board. The only team around us that really struggled, Derby won. Plymouth lost. That's good. Stoke lost. That's also good. But we can't rely on teams to keep losing points and giving us a chance to get out of it. But ultimately, we're not going to take the chance. Cardiff look like they're playing a bit better now. We got to go to Cardiff on Tuesday night. And it essentially is not looking good. Look, you got to saddle up, get comfortable, get on the roller coaster because it's going to be a rocky ride. Because after the Portsmouth game where everyone was essentially like, yeah, I'm amped up for this now. We're going to be absolutely fine this season, aren't we? We're going to stay up. We're staying up because we beat Pompey 1-0. Well, that was an off night for Pompey. Like, that was a team that won 3 consecutive games. I think this is more of a reality check because, as shown, also against Watford, when Cal Naismith is not in the team, the entire, I said it before, the entire defence crumbles. It's like there's no footballing intelligence in the back line. And I don't know who we're going to bring in. Like Reece Burke, he's probably the player that we should be bringing in, but he's held together with like elastic bands that have been out in the sun for too long. You're kind of worried that if he even tries to break into a sprint, his leg will snap off. So I'm very concerned about Cardiff, but is concerned the right word? Is it the right word? Because essentially I've sort of accepted the fact that we're down for months now. I think the first time I thought, yep, we're going down was QPR, the home game. Not the cup game. It was the home game where we blew a 1-goal lead and we lost 2-1. And that's when I thought, yeah, we're going down. I don't see anything from this team that shows there's any ounce of fight. And they can keep laying on platitudes like, Morris coming out and saying, we've got to stick together. We've all got to stick together. Look, lads, you're the ones on the pitch. We're in the crowd and we react to what we're seeing on the pitch. And what we're seeing on the pitch, nothing. We're not seeing anything on the pitch. It's just pure pathetic. It's not even pathetic. It's just spineless, gutless. There's no fight. There's no desire. I'd love to see the back of the lot of the players, but the reality is, who's going to take them? I don't know. The agents are going to have to play some absolute blinders in the summer, or we're just going to have to shove them all into a black sack, leave them on the side of the road somewhere. because there's no way we're getting rid of these people. No way. And there are going to be an expensive millstone that is hanging around our neck as we go into League One. A 30% relegation wage drop? Well, that means some of these players are going to be on 15k in League One. They've already had their wage drop from the Premier League, but it's not going to drop enough. And Luton Town, a team with a capacity of 12,000, paying players on average between 10 and 15k in League One, that's not sustainable. That's going to be like the old days when we just had a financial catastrophe and plummeted down the leagues. So it's terrible right now. Got a clean house. And I'm not a fan of Matt Bloomfield making excuses for every single goal and the decisions we didn't get. Look, what happens, happens. The referee makes their decision. You cannot debate it. There's no point crying about it. I'm sick and tired of excuses. It is time for action. I hate the fact that we've gone to a 5-3-2 as well. Matt Bloomfield, you have a philosophy. Stick to it. You've come in. How has he got the job? I don't know. Look, everyone said we needed someone experienced. We didn't get anyone experienced, but we have what we have. Just stick to your principles, mate. If the players don't want to play 4-2-3-1, well, get the players in that do want to play 4-2-3-1. Oh, wait, we did. We had a transfer window. We brought in a load of wide men, and we're still playing 5-3-2. Right? Rant over. Right, Cardiff next, Tuesday night. As always, we have a phone in Sunday night, 9 p.m. The link will be in the description below. We want to see you all there, everyone. Take care. Try not to let the football ruin what's left of your weekends. And keep your eyes on our channel for the Luton Town show and Champ Chat that will be dropping Sunday afternoon and Monday afternoon. Everyone, take care.